What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, I want to say welcome. My name is Kenya, and I am an educator and professional trader with BK Forex Academy. And you are watching this video because you want to improve your trading, and I am here to help you do that. In today's video, I'm going to be walking you through my personal technical analysis process and showing you how I find home run trades, especially when I'm scalping, intraday trading, or swing trading, showing you how I analyze the charts from a higher time frame perspective, and then preparing myself to take those high probability trades once the market meets my entry criteria rules. So before we get started, I need you to do me a favor. Go ahead and smash that like button. It really does help our channel. And then you can find any extra information in the description of this video down below. Don't forget to turn on notifications when you subscribe, and let's go ahead and hop right into it. So looking here at the euro dollar yen, we are going to analyze this, and I'm going to go over a trade opportunity that we found today and just kind of walk you through my process. So when I'm looking at taking a trading opportunity, I like to look at the higher time frames. I usually go out to the daily, weekly time frame, and I ask myself two questions. I ask myself, what is the direction of this market? And also, where is the most recent level of structures that I can logically place my stop loss? So as you can see on Euro JPY, you can see that this market has been going up for some time. Actually, it's been going up for over a year now, since early 2020. And you can see previously that right here, the market held as a very strong area of resistance back in 2018. Again, here in April of 2018, if we keep going right within here, back in 2017. So notice this, look where the price is now, and look where the price has paused. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna mark this. Okay, so you can see that the market is now doing the same thing that it did years ago. And this is very, very powerful. So I like to find opportunities like this, levels of supply and demand. So you can see that anytime, if you look at your chart, anytime you find a gap between buyers and sellers, so you see how there's no price action right here, then you know that you have a good area of supply or demand at play. So you can see, for example, when you have areas of strong supply, this is an area that is going to attract selling pressure. Why? Because buyers have already been getting a great deal for a very long time. Let's go the opposite direction. Look down here. What did I say? Anytime you have a gap between buyers and sellers, it's going to bring in some pressure. So now you can see, look where the price was here back in 2017. Look how much that market went up. And then look what happened when price came back to this same area, not quite to where it was this previous low back in 2017, but you can see multiple times when it came and retested this structure, look how much buying pressure came in and pushed that price up. So now that we're looking in the opposite direction, you know, I'm asking myself, okay, what directional bias do I want to have on the euro dollar yen? Now, I honestly am not going to be interested in a long bias, because why would I want to buy way up here? So you want to always ask yourself, when you are buying and selling in the market, you want to ask yourself, am I getting a great deal? It's just like an everyday purchase of when you go to the store. Look how high the price is compared to how low it is. Just like when you're buying a pair of shoes, some of us, we don't want those pair of shoes until they go on sale, right? It's the same thing in the market. So we want to become wiser at placing buys and sells in the market based on what we see and how we're analyzing it. So if we know that this market is of a long bias right now, we see that it's a very strong uptrend, but the market has paused at this level for a reason. Now, why? Because it did that previously. So this makes sense that selling pressure would come in at this area, right? Based on what we're seeing on the weekly, and look how much the market was pushed down. Now, what can possibly happen? Now, considering that this is an area where the market held as previous resistance, notice also how it's now holding as support. So let's go ahead and clone this, and I'm going to go ahead and bring this down. And you can see right here where the market was previous resistance, it is now finding support right in this area. So there are a few things that can happen. We could see the market come down and break below this structure. So it could break below. We could see a retest. And then we could see another push down for a possible trend continuation or reversal, right? That could happen. But we also could see that the market may go break above this structure level and also go and test our previous level of structure from back in, what's this, 2018. Now, that's a very strong possibility. How long would that take? It may take a while, considering that we're on the weekly time frame. So considering that we're on the weekly, we're just looking at the weekly to get an overall perspective of what the market is doing. So now that we know that the market has been going up for some time, but it's now finding resistance again at this very strong level of structure, we could possibly see a reversal coming together, possibly, but we always have to be prepared for the opposite. So now I'm going to drill down to the daily, and now you can see that we have a very strong uptrend on the daily. We can see this with our naked eye. So as a swing trader or intraday trader, you may want to continue to take longs if you feel, until you see that the market breaks below this previous level of support here and gives us some type of entry reason to start going short, then maybe you would change your directional bias. But for now, especially on the lower time frames, like the 1 hour, the 15-minute, this would be a good opportunity for any long, since we know that we have an uptrend at play. Okay, so considering that, remember, I went ahead and marked my daily support here. This is my daily support. So at the moment, as a scalper, since we are short-term traders, we're going to be looking for opportunities in the short term. So if we go ahead and drill down to the lower time frame, remember, we have an uptrend on the daily. We also have, currently we have this uptrend on the 4 hour. However, you can see that the market is now finding support right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and map it out so we can see it. So let's draw our trend line. So on this 4 hour, we had our uptrend, and now look, the market actually came and broke below this consolidation area here. So we went ahead and saw this, and the market went ahead and broke to the downside, broke our trend line, and now it's finding support. We're at our previous level of structure, which we already talked about. So what can possibly happen? So I predicted that if the market came to this support structure right here, that I would have a buying opportunity on the lower time frame. So what I did was I went ahead and continued to drill down to the 1 hour. Now you can see that I have a downtrend on the 1 hour, right? Now what I did is this morning during the New York trading session, as the price approached the downside, so as it continued to drop to the downside and we saw that it was retesting a previous level of structure, you'll see that right here. What I'm looking for is watching to see if the market will react the same way that it did the last time that it was in this zone. So look here, you'll see the multiple wick rejection here. You can also see that this was support. This was also support here. It's also been resistance in this area. So this is an area that the market has respected several times. You can see that, right? So what else could have happened? Price could have come to this level, and you can see that I have it kind of shaded as an area. This is not more so a fine fixed line. It is an area. So I'm telling myself, if I measure from here to this next level of support, that's only about 39 pips away or so. Okay, so what I'm doing is, because I know this is a major level, I'm looking for rejection, any signs of rejection. Another thing, let's go ahead and create some confluence. I can also trap the price inside of a channel. So a lot of our traders are taught channels, especially our beginners, because it just makes it so easy. And you can see here, when I trap this price inside of a channel, you can see, look how beautiful this played out. So it's very easy to see it this way, okay? So although this will be a counter trend on the 1 hour, look what happened when the price came to this level. You can also see that we had wick rejection. Our price is at the bottom of the channel, all right? So this is our trend line support, okay, on our downtrend, and you can see prices retesting a previous level of structure. So when the price started rejecting, I went ahead and went for the opportunity to scalp the market, and I put that inside of our Telegram, and this was a winning trade for us. So it's very, very simple. It takes practice and experience, but again, the first things that I do is I always look to the higher time frame. So you want to look to your daily, your weekly, and you always ask yourself two questions. Which way is the market trending to develop your directional bias? And then where are your levels of structure? So when you look at your levels of structure, areas where the market is most likely to turn, that can help you with deciding on some entry points, considering the rules that you've created around your strategy. Now, what could I do? Let's go ahead and I can really trade this up and down. Now, remember, Long term, I'm more interested in a short bias. So I could be in this for a short on a swing trade. I could scalp this if I want to. In my opinion, the less trades you take, the better. So whatever you do, do it to your advantage. Just test it. Don't take everything that I'm saying as 100%. You have to go and test it in the market for yourself. But I'm just going through and showing you my technical analysis process. So now you can see where price is finding resistance. I'm also always looking at the very top. It won't always reach the top of the channel, but again, you always look for your levels, right? So check this out. Let's say if the market had broken outside of our channel, where could it have possibly, where would it go? So we definitely will want to look at the higher time frame, but where's our next major level of support? You can see that it's right here. And this is pretty much where the market would have went and tested, okay? If the market would have broke outside of that channel, which is not a lot of pips away, all right? So if that would have happened, let's look at why it would have went here. Is this a major turning point in the market? Let's go to our 4-hour, and now you can see, looking on our 4-hour, you can see exactly, look how this held as a major level of support here and was tested multiple times. And look how much price bounced off of this area and went to the upside. Again, look where this also happened and where our price is finding current support. So if I put this right here, you can see that. Look, you had an impulsive move here. So let me draw this out for you. You had an impulsive move here, followed by a correction. So here's your flag, followed by another breakout, and look at this impulse move. All right, so these are things that we teach our students in the academy, is really how to understand our technical analysis process to make trading easy for yourself. Again, it takes time, it takes experience. It takes really following mentorship that you can understand. And that's something that we really take our time in trying to help our traders, taking their hand and walking them step by step through our process. So I always like to just give you examples and show you how we get things done, because it's great when you can see someone who's doing it successfully and how they do it step by step. So I hope that you found this video helpful. Continue to take advantage of our free content. And if you want more information on our academy, that information is down below in the description. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next training video.